Holy Thursday is sometimes called Maundy Thursday. The word Maundy is used on Holy Thursday because it commemorates the mandate, mandatum. That's why we get the Maundy, the mandate given by Jesus to his disciples to love one another after washing their feet. That's why Holy Thursday is sometimes called Maundy Thursday, because of the commandment, mandatum, or mandate. John 13:34 says, "A new commandment I give to you, that you love one another, just as I've loved you. You also are to love one another." So Holy Thursday initiates the Easter Triduum. On this day, Jesus instituted the Eucharist and the priesthood and washed the disciples' feet, teaching humility and love. There are key aspects on this day. 1, the Last Supper. Jesus shared a final Passover meal with his disciples, establishing the sacrament of the Eucharist by breaking bread and sharing wine as his body and blood. Number 2 is washing the feet, mandatum. Jesus washed the feet of his disciples, modeling humble service and commanding them to love one another. Something about washing of the feet in ancient Near East, because people wore sandals on dusty, unpaved roads, feet became dirty, and either the host, children, or a servant offered water and washed their feet in hospitality. But this was normally done by the servants, by the shamba boys, the house boys, people who are helping with the housework. That's why Jesus uses this same practice to call us to humanity, to love one another. That's why he washed the feet, encouraging all of us to continue this work of loving one another like he did. Number 3 is the institution of the priesthood or sacrament of holy orders at the Last Supper by commanding the apostles to do this in memory of him. He empowered the apostles to act in his person, in persona Christi, through the washing of feet, symbolizing and initiating the ministerial priesthood. They were to take the Eucharist on, they were to take the service on, they were to repeat the actions of the Last Supper. He thus established the priestly power to consecrate the Eucharist. Also, the washing of the disciples' feet, Jesus modeled the humble service that defines our priesthood. Priests, apart from some of us who live here in Kampala, there are so many places, missions, there are so many jurisdictions where priests go through a lot of hell, a lot of challenges as they do God's mission. Some even die, some are killed over there. This is the mandate that Jesus gave us to take on. Another is the Christmas, typically held in the morning, basically led by the Archbishop here in Kampala or the Bishop of the diocese, surrounded by his priests in the diocese. In this Mass, he blesses the holy oils, the oil of the catechumens, the oil of the sick, and the sacred chrism, used for sacraments throughout the year. These oils define the institution of the sacrament of all orders on this day. Then also we have the Mass of the Lord's Supper. That's in the evening. When priests come from the other Mass with the Archbishop, we celebrate Mass in the evening. And this is the Mass of the Lord's Supper. It's celebrated in the evening. This Mass features the washing of the feet. There's also stripping of the altar. Following the Mass, the altar is stripped of all cloth and decorations, and the tabernacle is left empty, symbolizing Jesus' abandonment. At this time, most of those who were close to him abandoned him. He was going through hell, through suffering, to the cross, and all of them had run away. And when also something I don't want to forget, when they are washing the feet, there is money that was always given, and the practice is still there. This money given to people whose feet are washed. Because I remember when I was young, they washed my feet and they gave me money. So that thing stuck on my head. Why did they give money? I don't know whether the practice, if you happen to see the practice anywhere, giving you money. This money, it was primarily known as royal old Maundy money. And this money was a response to mandatum, love one another. In the United Kingdom, kings or even their representatives distributed money as charity to the poor at services on Maundy Thursday. And today they say that British monarchs distribute Maundy money to elderly pensioners chosen for their service to their community and church. And even the washing of the feet, they used to get people, men and women, who had done outstanding work in church service, in ministry. I think even as we must do that. Those men and women who have been there for us in the parish, not the rich, not the powerful, but those men and women who have done outstanding work in our parishes, in our churches, I think they must be chosen to be washed their feet. Also, what we have is adoration. Many churches hold a period of silent adoration at the altar of repose to accompany Jesus in Gethsemane. So we are being called upon this day to be on the lookout for someone who might need assistance and gladly help without drawing attention to yourself. Everything done on this day is meant to draw a deep reflection on the themes of love and sacrifice. I want to wish you a wonderful Holy Thursday.